tell, it snowed. So I actually had another video planned for today, but because of the snow, fortunately can't do it. It's sort of just like the trend, I guess, in New York lately. It's been freezing, it's been snowing. But rather than just not filming a video, I figured we'd have some fun with the snow and see what we can do with it. But with that said, let's first get the cars cleaned off because, as you can tell just by the X3 here, it is covered. So let's get them cleaned. So as you can tell, the X3 is pretty bad. It's not really that much snow, but I think because, if you guys can tell, the snowplow came through and basically like stacked all the snow in front of the car, which really sucks. But yeah, I think we're gonna take the X3 today, see what we can do with it in the snow. I also have the 330 over here, which the snow doesn't look as bad on. The other side is worse, so I guess the wind was like blowing that way. But yeah, so this car is probably gonna stay put. We'll still clean it off so that it doesn't get icy. Right now, thankfully, it is not too cold, guys, but it will get colder later on, especially at night. And then all the snow is gonna turn into ice and it's gonna be a lot harder to clean the cars. So definitely gonna clean both cars right now. And then the 435 I actually have wrapped underneath a car cover. So I don't know if you guys can see all the way over there. That's the 435. It looks black right now because it has the car cover on it. But yeah, it's the one in the corner right there. We'll see how it goes, but that car's probably gonna stay put. I'll clean all the snow off the car cover, so obviously that doesn't turn into ice as well, but it's probably just gonna stay underneath the car cover. So let's try to get to the snow cleaner, whatever you call it, the thing that you know, cleans the snow off the cars, and try to start cleaning this car off. So here it is. This thing is honestly amazing, guys, because it's so long. You can actually even make it longer. It makes cleaning the cars so much easier. But yeah, let's get into it. Amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna fire up the car, let it warm up for a little bit. We'll clean it 330. But yeah, let's let this thing warm up for a little. Oh boy. This is literally the worst part of it. It's like a freaking mountain. But yeah, anyways, the car is definitely not perfect. We got most of it off, which is the important part. The rest, you know, it'll melt off, it'll fly off while we're driving it. So yeah, we definitely got most of it off, which is good. So let's go clean off the 330 and then we'll get back to this car. See, this one definitely isn't as bad. It's gonna be also easier to clean because it's lower. But yeah, we'll still clean it regardless. And then hopefully the X3 will be warm enough by then. I'm actually wondering if I should like shovel all this off, or if I should just, you know, try to plow through it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun to see if I can. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, anyways, let's just get to the 330. By the way, there's another black 330 right there, which is pretty funny. That one's mine though. So that was much easier than the X3. Obviously, still a lot of snow on it. This snow pretty much iced up, so we'll definitely let this car run for a little bit too, let it sort of melt. We'll definitely take care of that later, but for now, let's just go check on the X3. I know a whole bunch of people who watch my videos are located in California or Texas. Both have huge car communities, and you guys are probably laughing at me right now, and anyone else who deals with the snow. Unfortunately, this is just what we deal with. That's actually why I got xDrive on the 435. Now, obviously, now that I have two pretty much daily drivers, I don't really need it, but at the time, it was my only car. So that's why I got xDrive. I kind of regret it now, you know, obviously hindsight's 2020. But anyways, let's put this thing away. We'll see if we can get the X3 out again. I should probably shovel this thing, and I normally would, guys, I swear, but since it's an SUV, technically, we're gonna see if we can get out of it. It's definitely much higher than the clearance of the X3, but regardless though, should be interesting, so we'll try it out. Anything for YouTube, right? So I'm an idiot. The camera kind of cut out at the end there. But anyways, guys, you saw from the beginning, it honestly went over it pretty easily. Like, it literally flattened this thing. As you guys saw before, it was mad tall, and it literally just flattened it. Obviously, this is pretty soft snow. And again, this is an SUV. So I'm impressed. Did pretty well. Anyways, let's go on an adventure. Also, guys, this literally breaks my heart, but this is why we get all-season floor mats. Regardless, so the car is going to need a nice detail at the end of the winter, which we'll definitely do. Again, I know all the people in California and Texas are laughing at me right now. You know, again, this is just what we deal with, so it is what it is. This is why we have X-Drive cars. This is why we have all-season floor mats. Still doesn't compensate for everything, but, you know, we'll just try to make the best of the situation that we have. And yeah, it's just kind of part of, you know, living in an area like this. Yeah, with that said, we're going to go on a little drive. I don't know to where, honestly. I kind of just want to, you know, go driving somewhere. This part actually has, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it wasn't plowed, so let's see if we can drive through it. I don't know if you guys can tell. That's where they started plowing. This is sort of like a roundabout. They didn't plow through this side. And the X3, honestly, is doing really well. Now, I don't know what tires exactly are on this truck. I think there's some type of like Bridgestones. I don't know if that was like the factory or, you know, like the recommended tire with these things. But they're not doing too bad. By the way, there's the 435, so let's just stop for a little bit and check that car out. So let me just run back, guys, and show you exactly what I was talking about in terms of the lack of plowing. So this is pretty much a roundabout. It goes around that side. This side, they clearly didn't plow. At least, you know, they probably did, but not really recently, at least. It definitely snowed over it again. So you can see where the X3 drove through. It's actually not too bad here. There's really not too much snow. But yeah, there was another wall that we went over. Yeah, not too bad. Definitely not the worst snowstorm we've had. Yeah, what I think makes it bad is because it's so freaking cold that the snow is kind of becoming icy, so you can even tell, even though that they plowed, there's still snow on the ground, and that's because it's tougher, it's more icy. Like when I cleaned the 330, that's why there's still snow on it as well, because it's already turning its ice. Yeah, so far the X3 is doing well, so that's good. Yeah, anyways, here's the 435. Like I said, guys, it's underneath a car cover. So did try to keep it protected as much as I can. Definitely helped. We're still gonna clean the snow off of it, but just not right now. I won't drag you guys through that process too. So yeah, trying to take care of it, you know. Now that I have 2 other cars that I can drive on a day like this, I think we'll try to spoil this one a little more. And whatever car comes after it, we can, you know, spoil it and all that. I wish I had a garage, but unfortunately I don't. Not yet, at least. But that day will come soon.
A few moments later.
So that was a nice distraction, guys. While I was filming the 435, an older woman who's actually parked right next to me was trying to get her car out. So that was nice, and I helped her clean off her car, shovel around it. So now I'm kind of like out of breath, which is kind of sad. I should be in better shape than this. Anyways, let's continue our adventure. All right, so I don't know. I don't have the e-brake on. I don't know what mode is best to drive in the snow. Like maybe eco. So like I'm not just, you know, like just pressing on the gas and it's just jumping, because I feel like that'd probably be the worst. Like I feel like sport mode might be the worst, but maybe comfort or eco is better. So I just left it in comfort, and we're gonna see. Right now, if you guys can see, the roads aren't too bad. They're not too bad. This is obviously still in my neighborhood, so these are probably gonna be like the worst of it. But we're gonna go. Ow, I did not see that speed bump. Oops. There's a whole bunch of speed bumps, and I definitely did not see that one. Just completely covered in snow. There's another one right there. But yeah, we're gonna go outside and we're gonna see how bad the roads are. So let's keep it moving, guys, and we'll see what we can find. So I know this isn't exactly the most exciting video. It's literally just me hanging out in a snowstorm. I was actually supposed to film a video about some mods for the 330. But because of the snow, that's not gonna happen. But you know, I kind of figured I still want to post a video for you guys, so I thought it'd be cool to take the X3 out and see how it does in the snow. It does have X-Drive, obviously. I think every X3 M40 comes with X-Drive. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. So I mean, I did have my 435 for like 3-4 years at this point. So obviously I did drive it in the snow. I kind of had to. This is New York. And that car is X-Drive as well. But that car, and I don't know if the X3 M40 is any different, but that car, it's a pretty rear wheel bias. So I think it's like 60% of the torque is sent to the rear wheels. So it definitely handles not like a rear wheel drive car, but you know, it's kind of similar. So I don't know if the X3 M40 is any different. Like, I don't know if it's 50-50, if it's, you know, more front wheel bias. I really don't know. If anybody does know, like, please let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, so I'm kind of curious to see how this thing does and if it does any better than the 435 used to. Now, the 435 now, because of the wider tires, because of it being so low, because of the lip, definitely not going to drive it in the snow. It's even just the clearance alone just kind of sucks. So but yeah, actually guys, it's getting a lot snowier here, so let me just turn the camera and show you. So we're finally on some main roads, and as you guys can tell, it's not horrible, it's not great. They definitely plowed it already, which is good. Well, there's another plow right there, that's good. But yeah, it's not horrible. But again, it's not great. Again, I think because of the freezing temperatures. So it's kind of funny because when we get closer to the highway, it looks like it's even worse than it was just a minute ago, which is kind of wild. But again, roads are pretty empty, which is good. I'm an idiot for driving on these roads right now, but you know, trying to get some content for you guys. Yeah, overall right now, the X3 is doing really well. Let's see if we can come to an easy stop though. Obviously there's a little uphill, so it's gonna be easier. Not bad, not bad. It does brake well, but the light just changed anyways. But yeah, it's not bad. It does pretty well. Only other cars that are really out here are like these pickups and you know, snow plows. So yeah, it does look like it's getting worse right now. So I'm probably just gonna turn around and we'll head back home. All right, so I did find a parking lot to turn around in, which was honestly really clutch. But yeah, guys, it's definitely not great outside right now. There's not a lot of snow, but again, that freezing temperature is just super slippery, which at this point, I really don't think it's a matter of your all-wheel drive system. I think it's just more so a matter of your tires. So although I have a lot of faith in the all-wheel drive system on this car, I don't really have much faith in the tires on this car. So we're gonna head home, but this time around, I'm probably just gonna focus on driving, and I'll see you guys back when I get there. All right, guys, and we are home sweet home. Or at least close. But yeah, I didn't find a parking lot to do donuts in, kind of let down, but honestly, probably not a smart idea considering how slippery it is. If it was really just like more powdery snow, I think that would be better, but this is literally just like ice at this point on the ground. These freezing temperatures in New York, guys, they really suck right now. All right, and we are finally back, thankfully safe and sound. So yeah, guys, overall, the X3 did pretty freaking well. Went back in the spot pretty easily, I would say. Struggled a little bit getting over that hump. But yeah, overall, man, this thing is it's pretty cool. Honestly, it's cool having a car that has so much ground clearance and is so high up. I actually wanted to see what tires are on these things exactly. So they are some Bridgestones. They are, of course, all season Sport AS. I'm guessing the AS is for all season. But yeah, you can see all that nasty stuff in the wheel well. One of the downsides of having a car in a place like this, honestly, car definitely takes a larger beating than it would in somewhere like, you know, California, Texas, or just anywhere really warm. I will warm up this car and let it kind of defrost a little bit, let all this snow or ice at this point really on it melt off, which honestly have to do because it's only gonna get worse. But yeah, guys, like I said, I have a lot more mods for this car coming. I know right now it's stock and it's a daily, but we are definitely still modding it. We're gonna go kind of crazy, we'll see. I already have some cool mods coming for it, so if you guys want to see this car, see the build for it more specifically, definitely stay tuned because we're going to be doing that. Again, we just kind of have to wait for the weather to get a little better, but it will eventually. So if you guys enjoy these types of videos where it's more of like a vlog or it's just kind of me and you hanging out, definitely let me know down in the comments below, because if you do, I'll make more of them. Although I do love mods and I love modifying these cars, these videos to me are just as much fun to make and edit and all that type of stuff. We'll definitely still be modding all the cars for sure. I'm not going to stop that by any means. But if you enjoy these more laid back vlog style, just kind of hanging out videos, let me know down in the comments below, because if you guys don't tell me, I won't know. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video regardless, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.